Good morning, students. How are you all? Today, our chapter is chapter number 4, that is metals and non metals. Now, what are metals and non metals? This is chapter number 4 in your book at page number 40. So, first, here we have the occurrence of metal, means how metals occur from the earth. The earth crust is the biggest source of metal. Some soluble salts of metal are also found in seawater. Metals sometimes occur in nature that free state, means independent. Okay, but most of the metals didn't occur in free state. It is combined with the other metals. Okay, the which are least reactive, have little or no affinity or reactivity to the oxygen, moisture and other chemical reagent. What is the meaning of this line? It means the most reactive metals react with larger components, for example oxygen, moisture. Okay, but the elements or metals which have least or less reactivity, that form in free state, means that didn't combine with other components. Next we have the minerals. What are the minerals? The natural substance in which metal or their compounds occur in earth are called minerals. The minerals has definite composition. It may be single component or a complex component. Okay, so mineral may be single or a complex, means reacting with others. The minerals from which the metal can be conveniently economically extracted, means the combined minerals are not coming to us independently, but they are in the form of ores. We have to extract it. Extraction means we have to certain chemical reactions करके हमें उनको लेना पड़ता है ores से. तो all the ores are minerals. This is a very important question, that all the ores are ores are the layer on earth. The ores are minerals, but all the minerals are not ore. This question mostly in the exams, that how will you prove that all the ores are minerals but all the minerals are not ore? Then you have to prove with this by an example. What is the example? As you can see, the bauxite is a ore. It is chemical symbol is Al2O3 and 2H2O. And clay has a symbol Al2O3, 2Si2 and 2H2O. These are the ores. Bauxite and clay are the minerals of aluminium. However, it is bauxite which is used for the extraction of aluminium. Means if we want to get an aluminium, then we have to extract it. Means we have to do some chemical reaction to take aluminium from bauxite and clay. Okay, so not clay. Thus bauxite is a ore of aluminium. Means bauxite will give us aluminium, but aluminium will not give us bauxite. So we can say all the ores are minerals, but all the minerals are not ore. So the process of obtaining pure metal, once of its ores, to taking metals or substances from its ores, means combined form, that process or science is known as metallurgy. Okay, occurrence of non-metals. In the occurrence of non-metals, they have 18 elements in the periodic table. I'll show you the periodic table later on, or I'll send you a pic. In the periodic table in chemistry, there is 18 elements that are non-metals. जो non-metal है means जो metal नहीं है, and 80 are metals. Okay, so the most known metals are monoatomic noble gas. Noble gas is the kind of gases that are monoatomic, means that are single atom, and diatomic molecules has chemical state like metal which do not form molecules, means जो molecule नहीं बनाते. So in that case we have first, there is a hydrogen. So in the case of hydrogen, we know that it is present about abundant. Most abundant means that mainly we get in the atmosphere. सबसे ज़्यादा abundant means सबसे ज़्यादा. Most abundant element in the universe is hydrogen. It is 90% number of atoms under ordinary conditions. Okay, we get the H2. we didn't get only H, we get H2. Okay, nitrogen that we already discussed, it is also a diatomic N2, and it is about 4% of plant matter and 3% of weight of human body. Next is oxygen. Oxygen is third most abundant. 49% of earth crust is made up of oxygen. Carbon, what is carbon? Carbon exists in pure form. It has two allotropes. First is diamond and second is graphite. And carbon reacts with oxygen, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. These are the substances formed by carbon. Silicon is 25.7% on earth's surface. It didn't in the pure form on earth's surface, is usually found in form of silicon dioxide, means it reacts with silicon dioxide and other more complex silicate minerals like silica and sand. Means the silica is this much reactive, it didn't we didn't get it in the pure form, it is always in the combination of other metals, for example oxygen, so it forms silica or sand. Next we have the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Physical state means the look, how it looked like when we didn't do any chemical reaction, that only we looking the metals or non-metals. So physical state, first we have the luster. What is the luster? Luster means metals reflect light from their surface due to they appear shiny and for example, as you can observe the gold always looks gives shine. Why it gives shine? Because it has the property of luster. So the metals has the property to shine, that property is known as luster, and this property increases when we polish the metal surface. Okay, and also the non-metals, they do not have any luster because they do not reflect any light. So this is the difference between metals and non-metals. Metals has luster, non-metals has no luster. What is luster? Luster is the property of metals to reflect light or to shine. The second property is malleability and ductility. What is malleability and ductility? Malleability means the metals can be hammered into sheet or foils. As you can see, the aluminium foil, that is also made up of aluminium metal. So to make sheets or foils of metals, this property is known as malleability or ductility. Hardness and strength, metals are usually hard and strong. Only these metals are not hard and strong: sodium, potassium and rubidium. They might ask you the question, name the metals or exceptional metals that are not hard. So you have to answer sodium, potassium and rubidium are metals but they are not hard. Okay, and non-metals mostly gases ही होती हैं, but only diamond is an exceptional case, that is solid in the case of non-metal. This is non-metal but it is soft, it is not soft. Usually non-metal soft होती हैं, but diamond is an exceptional case, that is not soft, it is very much hard. Conductivity, we all know that metals is a good conductor of heat and electricity, but non-metals are poor conductor of heat and electricity. As you can see, there is an exceptional case. Graphite is a good conductor of both heat and electricity. Okay, density, metals, you have to remember this case, metals have higher density. ठीक है, means their molecules are very close, so density is more. But non-metals have low density. This is also a difference between metals and non-metals. Melting and boiling point. Metals has high melting and boiling point. For example, tungsten has highest melting point, sodium, potassium, etc. But non-metals have low melting point. Non-metal sonority. Metals are sonorous. Sonorous means that produce sound. The bell, the ghantis is also made up of metals because they produce sound. ठीक है, musical instruments are also made up of metal wires, but not metals are not sonorous. Next, chemical properties of metals and non-metals. First, reactivity series of metal. You have to remember this very important reactivity series. This is very important. Here in the series they have given the serial order of metals. The number one we have the potassium. So potassium is most reactive. It can react with the moisture in the air. सो हम वी कैन डिडन कीप इट ओपन, ठीक है, हम इसे ओपन ऐसे नहीं रख सकते इन द एयर, वी हैव टू कीप इट इन द कंटेनर ऑफ you can say the oil or kerosene oil, ठीक है, so that it didn't react with the air. So potassium is most reactive, then sodium, then so least reactive is platinum or gold. So these are least reactive and these are most reactive. You have to remember all the elements. So application of reactivity series, same example, are reactive metal more susceptible to corrosion, ठीक है, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आयरन इज मोस्टली रिएक्ट विद ऑक्सीजन एंड वाटर एंड क्रोड, these are the reactivity properties of these metals. So important reaction is displacement reaction. What is displacement reaction? As we have magnesium and copper sulfate. Magnesium is a metal, copper sulfate is metal oxide. So we know that the magnesium is more reactive than copper. Copper is less reactive, magnesium is more reactive. So magnesium displace, बाहर निकाल देगा copper को and takes its position because magnesium is more reactive. So magnesium come in the place of copper and copper's bahar. So it will form magnesium at the place of copper, it will form magnesium sulfate and copper left this side. So these are the example of displacement reaction. Why it is happened? Due to reactivity series. Next, reaction with oxygen. How metals react with the oxygen? As you can see, whenever a metal react with oxygen, that process is known as oxidation reaction. As copper is a metal, it reacts with oxygen, it will form copper oxide. Okay. Next, whenever a metal reacts with oxygen, it will form metal oxide. As there is an example, magnesium and oxygen, it will form magnesium oxide. If magnesium oxide again react with water, then it will form magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen. Okay, you have to remember these reactions. Next, we have the non-metals. When non-metal, for example, carbon reacts with oxygen, it will form carbon dioxide gas, and sulfur reacts with oxygen, it will form sulfur oxide. So these are the reaction done by metals and non-metals. Next, difference between metal oxide and non-metal oxide. Okay, for example, first metal reacts with water, it will form metal hydroxide and hydrogen. There is an example, sodium is a metal, it reacts with water and form NaOH. And so we have done up to this much. Next we will discuss in the next video. You have to study it at page number 44 above the topic reaction with water, water से ऊपर. So thank you students.